what is the music marketing pie in 2024? And I think maybe especially for artists that are newer or emerging versus somebody who's Bruce Springsteen.
So, I mean, I'd almost like it to be a Venn diagram and not a pie. So, like, let's pretend that without the pie tin or the pie pan, there's no pie. The pie tin holding everything together is your brand. What
Hmm.
is your brand? Who are you? It's unfortunately not enough to just have really, really good music. You have to have clarity about what your brand is. The other part of the pie tin is your fans. Who are you trying to connect to? Because if you don't understand those two foundational things, and it amazes me, so many artists come to me and they're like, well, I'm pop country. And I listen to it and I'm like, I don't think you actually know your genre. You might be deeply influenced by Britney Spears and Lucinda Williams, but that doesn't make you pop country. Pop country is a genre. We can look up what it means online and use AI to help us define, but knowing really solidly how to speak about your genres and your brand, key.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's our pie 10. I would say off the top of my head, the 8 or the 10 are going to be, if we've already talked about publicity as one, I would say content, social media content, and social
Hmm.
media strategy. Absolutely one. Distribution and the DSPs, Spotify, Apple, streaming, that is definitely a huge piece of your pie. The next piece of your pie is your strategy. What is your strategy? How often are you releasing? Are you a single every 4 weeks kind of band, or are you not that? You don't have to have the exhausting strategy, but having a plan is paramount to your pie. And so many artists don't have a plan at all. And they're like, oh, I just release music. And then they don't think about it. I would say video, even though I just said social media, short form video is so key in today's world. Whether or not you want to be on TikTok, that's a whole other conversation, but people are visual. That is the language of how people are absorbing so much these days, whether you're doing YouTube shorts or you're posting videos on social, short form video, part of the pie, separate from social media. Next part of the pie, I would say if you are not looking at building an email list,
Hmm.
you're an idiot. I I can't iterate this enough. Like, if you don't have control over your own community, if you cannot email them at the drop of a dime, that's really bad. So, email list, if you're thinking, well, I'm young and email isn't really something my people do, text messaging list is fine. The key here is being in control of your people. You
Hmm.
don't want some amorphous Chinese company, TikTok, owning your community. You don't want Mark Zuckerberg owning your community. You don't want Google, hello YouTube, owning your community. You don't want Spotify owning your community. They won't even let you see who that community is. I mean, they'll let you know what country they're in, and but that's bad strategy. I don't know. Did we get to 8 yet?
I lost count, but that's somewhere between 4 and 8. If you have any other that spring to mind, go for it.
One
But
more springs to mind, which I think is really key to talk about, and that is we at Cyber PR call them your VIPs.
hmm.
Who are your VIPs? Like, who are the people in your life who are there to love and support and lift you up? And there's two categories of VIPs. There's the people who dance in the front row. That can include your mom, your dad, your brother, your wife, your dog. That's fine. That's important. But then there's also music industry VIPs. Who are the people that
Hmm.
you know who are going to be there to help you? Could be your producer, could be your mixer, your master, could be you. If I join your community, you've now become my VIP.
Hmm.
Um, it could be me, it could be a manager, but a lot of people don't have managers. It could be the local dude that owns the venue you play in, and being really aware that creating VIP communities and people who are there to help you is one of the other hugest parts of the puzzle. And you will have nothing to leverage if you don't know how to connect to VIP people.